Netflix's new content this month includes a few titles worth mentioning. Express.co.uk recommends new movies Triple Frontier, The Highwaymen, and The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. And for all's but new to the site Goons, The Timeless Goodfellas. March 1, 2019. Johnny English reborn after a disastrous mission in Mozambique. British agent Johnny English has retreated to a Tibetan monastery to try to forget his shame. But when he receives an urgent call from MI7 to lead a mission that only he can handle, English is back in action, using his questionable combat SS and an assortment of high-tech gadgets. English, along with his new partner, Agent Tucker, must foil a plot to the Chinese premier. Rush Hour 2. After an explosion at the US Embassy in Hong Kong, two customs agents investigating currency smuggling, Inspector Lee and James Carter, search for the mastermind. Ricky Tan, head of the Fu Kanglong triad, sends out his minions to ensure that Carter and Lee don't solve the case. Goodfellas. A young man grows up in the mob and works very hard to advance himself through the ranks. He enjoys his life of money and luxury, but is oblivious to the horror that he causes. A drug addiction and a few mistakes ultimately unravel his climb to the top. Scooby-Doo. 2 years after a clash of egos forced Mystery Incorporated to close its doors, Scooby-Doo and his clever crime-solving cohorts Fred, Daphne, Shaggy, and Velma are individually summoned to Spooky Island to investigate a series of paranormal incidents at the ultra-hip Spring Break hotspot. To All the Boys I've Loved Before sequel, Netflix confirms sequel. River's Edge high schooler Haruna befriends Lona Yamada, then is drawn into the tangled relationship between him, a model, and the girl who loves him unreasonably. Your Son. After his son is brutally beaten outside a nightclub, a surgeon takes the law into his own hands and seeks vengeance against the perpetrators. The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. Inspired by a science book, 13-year-old William Kankwamba builds a wind turbine to save his Malayan village from famine. Budapest. Two friends quit their boring jobs to start a company that plans bachelor parties in Budapest. Their wives, however, have mixed feelings about this. Bird Box on Netflix streaming, how to watch online, cast, plot, more. March 5, 2019. Collateral. After a long day, LA taxi driver Max is about to knock off when sharp-suited Vincent offers him $600 to make 5 stops. Sounds good until Vincent turns out to be a merciless hitman, and each one of those stops involves a hit. As the night goes on, Max starts to wonder if he'll live to see the sunrise, as the pair are hunted by the police and the FBI. March 8, 2019. Lady Juan. Her love affair with a lustful marquis takes a sudden turn. A wealthy widow concocts a scheme to get revenge, with help from a younger woman. Juanita. Fed up with her life, Juanita leaves her grown kids behind and hits the road in search of a fresh start. Walk, ride, rodeo. In the wake of an accident that leaves her paralyzed, a champion barrel racer is determined to get back on her horse and ride again. Bird Box on Netflix. A laborious horror that doesn't quite frighten. March 10, 2019. On Chesil Beach in 1962, newlyweds Edward and Florence, both in their early 20s and also both virgins, spend their honeymoon preoccupied and terrified by the upcoming consummation of their marriage. March 12, 2019. American Pie 2. After a year apart, attending different schools, meeting different people, the guys rent a beach house and vow to make this the best summer ever. As it turns out, whether that will happen or not has a lot to do with the girls. between the wild parties, outrageous revelations and yes, a trip to band camp, they discover that times change and people change, but in the end, it's all about sticking together. March 13, 2019 Triple Frontier struggling to make ends meet. 5 former U.S. souls set out to steal millions from a drug lord's lair, and end up with a target on their backs. March 15, 2019 burned out when his son's mum runs afoul of Paris's criminal underworld. A thrill-seeking superbike racer begins moonlighting as a drug courier to clear her debt. Dry Martina, an odd encounter with a fan and a tryst with that fan's ex-boyfriend leads Wally adventurous singer on an escapade in Chile. Pascal Naval Unit Pascal is among the most elite special forces in Malaysia. But all bets are off when one of its own stages a hijacking. Based on true events. March 21, 2019 Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 Peter Quill and his fellow Guardians are hired by a powerful alien race, the Sovereign, to protect their precious batteries from invaders. When it is discovered that Rocket has stolen the items they were sent to guard, the Sovereign dispatch their armada to search for vengeance. As the Guardians try to escape, the mystery of Peter's parentage is revealed. March 22, 2019 Mirage, a space-time continuum glitch allows Vera to save a boy's life 25 years earlier but results in the loss of her daughter, whom she fights to get back. The dirt in this dramatization of Motley Crue's no-holds-barred autobiography. The band hits the monster highs and savage lows of heavy metal superstardom. March 24, 2019 Avow Paige and Leo are happily married newlyweds, but their idyllic life together suddenly shatters when a car accident leaves her in a coma. When Paige awakes, she has severe memory loss and doesn't know Leo. She also has a confusing relationship with her parents and still harbors feelings for a former fiancé. Despite these difficult obstacles, Leo is determined to renew their bond and rebuild their marriage. March 26, 2019 Mr. Bean's holiday. Mr. Bean is going on holiday to the south of France, looking for a quiet and sunny trip to the Riviera. However, his trip doesn't go as smoothly as he expected when he has to face a series of misunderstandings and totally unfortunate coincidences. Eventually, Mr. Bean will end up spoiling the last film of the snobbish director Carson Clay and appearing by accident at the Cannes Film Festival. March 29, 2019 Bayanta, a retired Mexican boxer living alone in Finland, gets a shot to redeem himself in the ring, forcing him to confront his painful past in the process. The Highwaymen, the outlaws, made headlines. The lawman made history. The Highwaymen follows the untold true story of the legendary detectives who brought down Bonnie and Clyde. When the full force of the FBI and the latest forensic technology aren't enough to capture the nation's most notorious criminals, 2 former Texas Rangers must rely on their gut instincts and old-school SS to get the job done. 15 August veteran Bollywood actress Madhuri Dixit turns producer for this light-hearted snapshot of life in the chawls of Mumbai. Netflix original documentaries Losers, March 1, 2019 In a Winning is Everything Society. How do we handle failure? Using sports as its guide. This documentary series examines the psychology of losing. The Dawn Wall, March 4, 2019 legendary free climber Tommy Caldwell tries to get over heartbreak by scaling the Dawn Wall of El Capitan in Yosemite National Park. Remastered. The Miami Show Band Massacre, March 22, 2019 ambushed by Ulster Loyalists. 3 members of the Miami Show Band were read in Northern Ireland in 1975. Was the crime linked to the government? The Legend of Cocaine Island, March 29, 2019. A businessman who is down on his luck hatches a plan to retrieve a mythical $2 million stash of cocaine from its reported hiding place in the Caribbean. Netflix Kids and Family Uhu to the rescue, March 15, 2019. 5 cuddly pals from the magical land of Utopia use teamwork and special gadgets to help animals in trouble and make new friends along the way. Charlie's Colorful City, March 22, 2019. Lovable, hilarious Charlie leads you on unpredictable and imaginative shape-filled story expeditions alongside a colorful cast of characters.